Oh, now it tells me about lock on. Gee, thanks, game. A little late for that.
Well, I mean, you knew about lock on before. It's just reminding you about lock on.
He's using a Spartan shield.
He's a Spartan.
One of us dies today, Menelaus.
That's a big old Spartan shield, too.
Mm-hmm.
Babe. Oh, uh-oh. Really? I guess what I should be doing is this. Attack me! I only get one hit there. Okay, well.
I mean, if you can do that awesome combo, the square triangle combo.
That? He blocks it.
Yeah, well, if you can hit him with it without him blocking it, it'll be a really good hit.
Ha! Damn it. Eh, screw it. Ah!
You could do it while you're raging.
Waiting for you.
He's on the ground. Oh, he was on the ground. What the hell?
Menelaus I did not do the script for. We had another guy who was also doing bosses.
Ah.
So I think I did Patroclus, but not Menelaus.
And the other guy's a lot nicer than you. Give me a heads up which bosses you did, so I can be in for the long haul.
Well, he might be easier, or he might be nicer, but he's still blocking all of your strongest hits.
Yeah.
Also, you learned how to fight bosses by fighting Patroclus. Now you're just better at the game. So really, you can thank me for your training.
Uh-huh. I meant for future bosses, because I'm sure they only get harder from here.
Oh yeah. One boss I remember is just completely ridiculous.
I welcome you to my home.
Sand attack. He does sand attack.
Yep. But is it super effective?
No.
I think there's a trophy for beating him without taking any damage.
That's how easy the guy made him.
Well, I think it's just that's a trophy they wanted to do.
I'm just hoping I can beat him this time.
I mean, you have to remember, Achilles does not think very highly of Menelaus or Agamemnon.
And I'm dead.
That swing should have just chopped you in half.
What? No. Stop asking me that.
Do you want to reduce the difficulty?
It feels like the same thing.
I know. Well, it's more. I think the reason it asks you that is more of the, maybe when you have lots of items, you might want to change your items around because you realize, oh,
Yeah.
like maybe you in the beginning gave yourself that child gift thing so that way Deiphobos wouldn't get murdered, but now it really isn't necessary, so you could swap it out for something more useful.
Yeah.
But right now, while you don't have any other items, it's not that big of a deal.
He parried me. Are there any GameFAQs reviews on this?
I don't know. Oh, so Odysseus gets cursed because actually, I think it might actually get revealed during the game, so I won't say it. There are 2 reviews.
Are they good? Are they bad?
So out of 5, one is a 3.5 and the other one's a 4. Metacritic gives it a 44.
I welcome you into my home.
That's kind of...
You want to do a review while I'm dying here?
Let's see. Though the user reviews for it gave it a 7.1. So the critics didn't like it, but the players actually did.
Well, yeah, that's like the Dynasty Warrior games.
Yeah, because the people who buy Dynasty Warrior games actually like Dynasty Warrior games.
Yeah, you kind of know what you're getting into, and you either like them or you don't.
Yeah. So let's see, critic reviews. There were 22 critics, 10 of which gave mixed and 12 of which gave negative. 2 70s, 2 60s, a 59, a 56, 4 50s, 45, 6 40s, 33, 31, 2 30s, and a 14.
I meant, did you actually want to like read them, see what they say?
Well, I can probably read it back in the day. Which one should I read though?
Do the lower user one. Let's see what they say.
Oh, the lowest user one?
Yeah.
Okay. Lowest user one is a 2. Oh, for the 360 version apparently. So the European reviewer.
Who's the reviewer?
JD Conspirator. Alright, it's not a very long review, but This review is for the 360, as I could not access a 360 user review section under this game. Where can I possibly start? Warriors: A Legend of Trow is the most Trow, T-R-O-W, is the most repetitive, boring, and tedious hack and slasher I've ever played. Instead of boring you with the details, I found the story to be completely pointless. There's no context between the characters you play as, the voice acting is just awful, and the most fun I had was when I turned the game off and thinking of Splatterhouse, which I didn't like much either. Granted, the game has some positives. It works, and the enemy numbers on screen are okay for my standards. Technically, Legends of Troy had unresponsive and utterly dull AI, and there are all kinds of technical mishaps and glitches to unearth. Hell, perhaps one of the worst parts of the game are the parts where you power up. Instead of being a good thing as you slash away at foes DW style, you are vulnerable to losing health, detracting from the power you're supposed to have. When you do power up, there just isn't that sense the blood fits in. Sure, it adds to the carnage, but it's just showing off when you consider it's basically ripping off Splatterhouse and plastering DW veneer on it. Just don't buy Legends of Troy, otherwise you'll experience the most derivative action game, which runs parallel with movie cash-ins. I can't help but recommend Splatterhouse or even DW. Just play a hack and slasher with some depth and leave this diseased corpse where it lies.
Oh, I beat him.
Good timing.
Was that the review?
Yep.
You have fought for many long years for my honor. Now at last, I will end the war which I started.
Throw a rock at him?
Yep. I love how the brothers are like, nope, I'm okay with this.
Well, they can't interfere, then it ruins the terms.
Sure, but
If one of them dies now, then it's over.
as far as they're concerned, the Rock is a
Cheat.
is allowed.
Is this one of the gods?
Mm-hmm.
Aphrodite?
Mm-hmm. I love this moment. It's pretty funny.
Aphrodite came to my aid, took me away from the battle. I am saved.
You are. I wonder how many will rejoice.
Was that Helen?
Is this the
Yep.
honor a Trojan prince shows in a challenge of his own issue? Is this what Helen left me for?
Why is he upset? The gods
We
showed
cannot
up.
abandon him. He's our father's son.
That makes no sense.
The gods have already determined our fate.
Yay, money.
Almost have enough to get that first item.
Loading. Oh, hey, we're switching back over.
Oh, I think I did the boss for this one too.
Oh, God.
I think he was actually my first one I ever did.
So that means this is going to be even worse than the last guy.
Or easier.
Love's Favor. Resist damage when fighting in a duel. Ah,
That you could afford.
I might just buy that right now. I'm assuming all the boss fights are duels.
More or less.
That thing's huge, though, man.
That's what she said.
I even equipify that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not that big.
I mean, it shows you how many squares it is.
I love items. Who comes up with the trophies?
I mean, they were mostly a group effort, but I don't think I actually came up with any of them.
Oh, okay. So
I
it's just
might
like
have.
all you guys get together and talk about it? It's not like one dude who's like, alright, you do trophies.
I mean, there probably was one person who's in charge of trophies, but I mean, if you came up with a good one, I'm sure they considered it. And there definitely is a trophy for having gotten every item in the game.
Yeah.
Though, if you think that's big, you should see some of the later items. Like you can actually look.
okay.
You can look in the purchase screen and just see. Like the Chain of Zeus is a 2x4.
Doubles your health.
Pretty much.
That's what that means, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's it. Will yeah, it'll pretty much. Well, it'll max out your health bar. Yeah, so like the strongest of all of the stat gains are 2x4s.
Mm.
Here, look at that sword of Aristea. Is that 2x6?
Okay. Interesting. Jesus.
Well, this is you no longer flinch. So you don't ever get interrupted anymore.
Yeah, but you take more damage.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So there's probably a diadem of vengeance, or a diadem of heroism that will be better. But it might be a unique item or something that you have to unlock. What's the Sword of Kronos?
That's your parry thing.
Well, no, that's the if you time your regular attacks well. But if you... And then there'll be a unique item that makes all of your attacks considered perfectly timed. So...
Oh, okay.
Then you just become a beast.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.